1 week after a man shot and killed 7 family members, then killed himself in Enoch. Now we're hearing more about how the community is healing.
Since then, the community has seen an outpouring of love and support. News specialist Matt Rascone joins us live now with more on his conversation with the city manager. Matt?
Yeah, Mike and Deanie, the funeral services for the Haight family are in just a couple of days. And of course, Enoch is still hurting. But the city manager told me many are also finding healing through helping.
They're a part of us, part of our culture, our community. They're just a part of who we are.
Nothing good can be said about what happened inside the Haight's home last Wednesday.
It's hard to describe the scale as to which people are impacted.
But in the week that's followed,
What's happened is there's been such an outpouring.
City Manager Rob Dotson can say many good things have happened in Enoch.
This community is loving each other, is caring for each other, is talking with each other. The individuals that make up our community are our community.
From the calls and messages that have come in from around the world, to the service dog visiting first responders, and the notes and pizza delivered to the city.
Not surprising, but amazing. Really has been amazing.
But the best example Dotson has seen was back at the home with one of the Haight relatives. A boy who looked sad walked by, and the relative walked over, said a few words to him, and gave him a hug.
That's what's most important. And that's what we need to do from here on forward, is to remember that those who suffer need each other. And we can do that. That's possible, and it doesn't cost anything.
Still, some things continue to take a toll, like the lies that Dotson says are surfacing online about what happened and why.
The rumors that are being spread out there by people who say they know, they're not helping anybody.
Dotson said eventually they'll have more to say about the investigation.
The details would change people's perspectives.
Until then, he expects there will be many more good things to say.
We move on, but we move on better. We move on, and we move on stronger.
About how their community is healing.
I think that's the only way to move on and be healthy, is to forget ourselves and think about others.
Many people and groups are raising money to help with funeral services, as well as counseling services for family and first responders. You can hear more of my conversation with Dotson on KSL Plus. That's our digital-only show and podcast that airs tomorrow. Mike and Deanie.
Well, Matt, this was one bright spot in an otherwise terrible situation. Thank you.
No.
Stick with KSL as we continue to follow the investigation into these Enoch murders and how the community is healing. The funeral services will be held in Laverkin Friday morning, while in Enoch, a candlelight vigil is set to honor the victims that night. We'll post updates on the services on KSLTV.com while friends and family work through this difficult time.